talk a little bit about her prep coming here.
She's trained up to it wonderfully. We tried her a little longer. We, still had big ideas for her. She's a really nice filly, and she proved that she liked the shorter distances a little bit better. So we let her call the shot, and we're cutting her back to the Miss Preakness.
And why specifically the Miss Preakness?
It worked well. It just worked out well, and we love being here on the weekend. We've got 5 Pennsylvania breds here over the next 2 days, so the whole gang's coming down, and we're looking to have a fun weekend.
As far as you've seen her on the track in the mornings, how do you think she's taking it?
Handled it very well. She can be a little bit of a high-strung filly, so that was one of the important things. We got her down here, got her a chance to see the tents and the people in the grandstand and everything, and she handled it wonderfully, so we couldn't be any happier going into the race.
Let's talk about strategy for the Miss Preakness. How are you going to have Michael handle her?
Well, Michael knows her well, and that's one of the reasons he's on her. She can be a little fractious pre-race, and she has actually been, dropped a rider a couple times going into the race, so that's why it was important to have Michael. He knows her moves and knows how quirky she can be. And then she doesn't need to be on the lead. He can break her sharp, and he can pick a spot. It's just be, come from the break, and he'll have to take it from there.
What would it mean for you and the connections to get an official black type on this field, a real black type on this field?
Yeah, that would be great, because, she's a homebred, and we've still got the mare in the family a little bit, and we're looking forward. And plus the stallion, we have a lot invested in Maximus Mischief, so that would be very helpful.
Super helpful. Let's move on to, of course, Jean Marie and the Black-Eyed Susan. Talk about her kind of gearing up this week. She's been looking great on the track.
Yeah, she's a nice, not the biggest filly ever, that's for sure, but we call her a secret weapon back at the barn because she kind of snuck up on everybody. And, they weren't hearing a lot of hoopla about her before she came to the barn. And then she ran a couple nice races last summer. And being a little bit of a slight filly, we decided to give her some time off and let her grow up a little bit. And actually, when she came back off the layoff, we were looking for a sprint race for her, but I couldn't get the right race to go. So we kind of put her in that stake race going long, and she came through with flying colors and ran a real nice race back here in the Weber City Miss. So we decided to go ahead and take a shot in the Black-Eyed Susan with her.
Why not? What do you think of her post position?
Oh, that's fine. I mean, she's. I think it's a good post position. Actually, she's a handy horse. She'll be the jockey again. Can place her where he wants, but I expect her to be forwardly placed, and that's a good way to do it from the one hole. Yep.
Okay, let's go back. Just one more question with Jean Marie. I mean, what would it be like for the Black-Eyed to have a Black-Eyed Susan?
That'd be fantastic. We've gotten beat a couple noses in the Black-Eyed Susan in the past. I think it's the 5th or 6th time we've tried it. So we keep plowing, and hopefully, and this is again another homebred. We own the mare, and it's all in the family with Chuck Zackley and Glenn Bennett, and we've bred her back to Maximus Mischief the last 2 years. So we've got a nice little string of horses coming along for her, and for her, if she could jump up and lead the way with a Black-Eyed Susan win, it would be very good.
Let's talk.
Step this way. The sun's starting to hit you.
It's starting to creep up. Okay.
Keep coming this way a little bit right there. I gotta back up. Refocus.
Yeah, you get that quoted.
Okay,
Yeah.
whenever you're ready.
Okay, let's move on to Saturday in the ski pad. Of course, Disco Ebo. I feel like she's going to be a fan favorite.
Yeah, I hope so. And she's just a sensational filly. I think she's won half her starts in her career, 11 out of 22 or something along those lines. And she gives it a good effort every time. And I'm hoping, and what the weather's calling for is a little bit of rain on Saturday, unfortunately, but that does nothing but help her out. A good, wet, hard track is right up her alley. She loves it.
And with the way the race is potentially developing, what do you think of her post position?
Very good. I think, again, Irad can kind of put her where he wants, but she'll be forwardly placed. And if she's on the lead, that's fine. But if she's, second or third and in contention, that's where we would want her. And it's going to have to hold off Apple Picker, I suppose.
Perfect. Okay, let's talk about the Jim McKay Turf Sprint and Smooth B. You got Michael back on this one here today in the turf.
Yep, Michael really knows the horse too. Again, Smooth B is a barn favorite. He's the old man in the barn, 9 years old, and he's the oldest by a couple of years, I think. So, but he's the team mascot. He hollers for his lunch just like a 2-year-old, and he's a favorite guy. I mean, doesn't win all the time, but he certainly banked a lot of money for us, and we're hoping for a good effort out of him.
What's the perfect trick that he gets
Mid-pack, he'll come from off it a little bit. I'm hoping the turf course holds together, and they said it's firm right now, so I don't think there's a lot of rain coming, but just a little bit. So as long as he can get a grip on the turf course, he'll be fine.
Can he handle a soccer turf?
He did. He actually has. I think it was in the Turf Monster at Parks last year where he finished second. That was a pretty breaking away, chewed up turf course. So and he handled it well. So.
All right, now let's talk about the big one. Uncle Heavy, of course, in Preakness at 149. How does it feel to have another contender in the Preakness?
Well, this is my first contender in the Preakness, so yeah, it's nice. It's actually my first starter in the Triple Crown race, so it's pretty exciting, and especially one that's been in the family from day one. My sister-in-law bred the horse, Barbara Reid, and he's named after my brother Mark, who was a heavyweight wrestler, and that's where the Uncle Heavy came from. So we got brother Brian here, my wife Ginny was down here with the advanced crew, so it's quite a family affair, and everybody's really looking forward to Uncle Heavy in the Preakness.
What do you think of your post position?
That's fine. I mean, he's he's a horse that comes from off a little bit, so his post position really wasn't all that important to him. So as long as there's a solid pace in front of him, he'll come running, and I think he'll give a good account of himself.
You think Irad Ortiz is going to fit him well?
Oh, absolutely. That's why he's there. Irad's the best at getting a horse to settle the first part and measuring that finish line. So we're hoping that'll work out.
Let's jump in the future. How would you feel if Preakness 149 would be yours?
That'd be amazing. Maybe a culmination to a great career, or a mediocre career, but it'll be a nice cap to it. Let me put it that way. So, yep.
All right. Thank you so much.
You got it.
We're all set. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.